Welcome back to a brand new video, man. This is your boy Daniel, back again with a brand new video. Here to talk about the Premier League, the review of the games that happened over the weekend, and etc. People, don't forget, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you love the content, it will keep coming. If you subscribe to the channel, don't forget, hit that bell, so that bell will be able to, whenever I drop a video, that video will pop up right on your phone and etc. Well, we're here to get into it quick as possible. The Premier League, we're gonna start off with the big one, the London Derby, North Arsenal against Tottenham. That game and 2-2. Brilliant game in the first half. Very good game in the first half. Arsenal take the lead with a Saka strike, but there was an own goal by Romero. Unfortunately, that was the own goal, and then Spurs equalized right after the break. On the break, with a Song equalizer. Song have been coming really good recently. I think last season till the early part in the early season, he have looked off, but he's keep on coming back to himself now. And then boom, Romero ends the ball in the second half. Arsenal, Saka score again, from the penalty spot. And then you think that Arsenal are gonna go on from there and win the game, but Tottenham has really impressed me. They stay in the game. They're playing very good football. They pass and move. Andre, the new coach, have really come in and impressed me so far. And then Son got the equalizer again in the second half. Another equalizer. Spurs, as I said, Spurs is playing very good. Arsenal in the second half was kind of a little disappointed. They took off Declan Rice right before the halftime. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if it was a tactical change or he was having a bad game, or maybe he got injured. But Jorginho came on for him, and Arsenal never really got going. And I was watching Chelsea game plus Arsenal game and Liverpool game, so I wasn't really able to see the last half, really see the whole second half. But I know that Spurs was really playing good and putting on the pressure on Arsenal. But I did predict that game that Arsenal was supposed to win that game. But as I said, Spurs is gonna always be competitive because they have looked really good this season and they start the season really good. But I mean, it's a good point for Spurs. They go away and they got that draw. Arsenal, on the other hand, that's gonna be a very disappointing point drop for them. I feel like they need to be staying in touch with Man City. So that's a very disappointing result for Arsenal at the Emirates. So let's move on to another game, Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Very, very, very frustrating as a Chelsea fan. I don't know what's going on, what the team needs. I don't know. I'm very fed up with everything from last season to now. We lose the game 1-0. Aston Villa won that game with a Ollie Watkins finish. So I'm gonna start. The ref mess up the game with a red card on Malo Gusto. Very harsh red card. He got the ball, then he followed through, hit the player. The ref gave him a yellow card first, and then the ref decided to change it to a red card. Very frustrated. We in the first half we got a couple opportunities. Jackson had been so disappointed. Like he trying too hard, and then it's like when he get into the opportunity to make a finish, he got one-on-one with the keeper. Modric played him through, and he didn't finish properly. He toe poked the ball when I felt like he could have done a little bit more better. Placed the ball around the keeper. His finishing is he's just rushing to do things. And then Sterling keep getting a lot of off chance. Sterling get one-on-one with the keeper. Maybe we could have passed it to Jackson. He missed. Just so many bad decisions from the players, especially from the front players. And Aston Villa, they came with a very good game plan. They keep the ball. They were putting pressure on our team. They make a lot of good shots. If it wasn't for Sanchez, I think Aston Villa would have scored more than one goal. And then Chelsea we're in mess. We're in a mess. I don't know what is gonna go on. We play Brighton next in the League Cup, so I don't know what's gonna go on from there. Pochettino has questions to answer. Like, he have a lot of questions to answer. Like, he changed the whole thing from the preseason to now, and there's nothing at work. I know we're missing a lot of players, but I feel like he's doing a lot of stuff. He's getting a lot of stuff wrong. And yeah, is Chelsea become a mid-table team now? Like, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Like, are Chelsea a mid-table team now? Like, do we have to just accept this mediocre type of football? Like, what do you expect? What do you think? And then is the season over for Chelsea? Like, I don't want to be reckonary, but is it too early to say the season's over? 5 games, 6 games, and we're really not. It's not looking good. I don't even know what to say. Like, I really don't know what to say. Liam Bailey came on. He did a little bit decent and didn't really did anything. But I'm very, very worried about Chelsea, man. Another loss again. What is gonna happen? What should we look forward going forward? Anyways, let's move on to another game. Liverpool beat West Ham 3-1 at home. Mo Salah and Nunes and Jota with the goal for Liverpool. Another win for Liverpool. Bowen with a nice header for West Ham to bring the game back 1-0, but Liverpool have too much firepower up front. Liverpool second in the league behind Manchester City. Liverpool look really good this season, and I think they're gonna be the one that gonna challenge City for the title. And then West Ham, they look very decent, but they just couldn't cope with Liverpool. So yeah, I did predict Liverpool game to win. I think I did predict that game 3-1. I either predict 3-1 or 3-0, but I did got it a little bit right. So next game, Burnley Manchester United. That game played on Saturday night. Manchester United won that game 1-0. United didn't really play well, but they get the job done. They won the game. You know, sometimes I wish Chelsea could just go into games just able to get a 1-goal score and just get the job done, get the win. Doesn't matter how we play, just get the win, get the 3 points and head back home. You get me? And that's a very good win for United. They really need that win. They lost so many games back to back, and they finally got that game. You know, just to build confidence. You get what I'm saying? Bruno Fernandes with a wonderful finish on the volley. And then Burnley, they play really good football, but they just can't score. They just cannot score goals. That's the problem with Burnley. They play the ball, they pass the ball, but they just cannot score. I think they have one chance in that game where they hit the post. They just can't score. But United, very good win for United, you know. So yeah, move on to another game. Manchester City beat Nottingham Forest 2-0 at the Etihad. I did predict this game 4-0, but I think what happened in that game that Rodri got a red card. So he kind of messed up City a little bit, but they're still able to win that game. They didn't concede or anything, but I saw the Rodri red card. I didn't saw it in real time, but I saw the picture and he was holding the guy's neck. So I say Casemiro gets same thing last season for that same. He hold the guy's neck and he got a red card. So you can say Rodri deserved to get a red card. And I didn't really see anything from Nottingham Forest. I guess they came with a game plan to sit back and try to hit City on the counter attack, but City scored too early in that game, and that game was just the game plan that they brought was out through the door. So yeah, that's another win for City. They're on top of the league. Their 100% record is good, and City is just flying, man. And then another game, Luton versus Wolves. This game in 1-1. Luton got their first points of the season. That's a very good point for them, because I did not see where they would get a point, where would they get a draw. You know, so that's a very good point for Luton. And then Wolves got a red card in that game. Bellegarde, I didn't see why did he get a red card because I didn't watch that game. But Neto, he scored. He have been really good this season. Neto, yeah, he have been really set up a lot of goals too. He have been really good. I think couple years last season he was out injured, so you can see that he came back really good. But Wolves should have won this game because I did predict them to win this game. So they dropped points. I feel like Wolves need to get a striker in the January market. Try to see if they can get a striker because I feel like they play good football, but they just can't score enough goals. And then we're gonna move on to Brentford versus Everton. I got this whole score prediction wrong because I choose Brentford to win this game 3-0, and it's the opposite. Everton won this game 3-1, and very good performance from Everton. I saw some of this game, but I didn't really watch this game. But Everton was really good on the counter attack. The Corey scored a brilliant finish from inside the box, and then Brentford got the equalizer. I think it was Jensen, and then Everton got back in front with a header from the corner, and then Calvert-Lewin, he scored the last goal for Everton. Very good for Everton to have back Calvert-Lewin because I feel like he's their talisman, and they really miss him when he's not up there because he can score goals for them. So good performance. Brentford missing Ivan Toney. I think Abome and forgot that next guy's name. They play really good up top, but I feel like Ivan Toney will always get them goal. I think they're gonna miss him a lot, and I think he might be leaving in January too, so they're gonna have to replace them. So yeah, everything very good with. And then we're gonna move on to another game: Crystal Palace versus Fulham. This game in 0-0. As I predicted, this game was gonna be a draw game, but I did predict this game was supposed to be 1-1, but they didn't score. I already know this game was gonna be a very dull, boring game, So, and as I predict, a draw. But we're gonna move on to another game. Brighton beat Bournemouth 3-1. Brighton won again. Brighton, they are very good at home. I did predict they're there to win this game. Bournemouth, they play good football, but they're very vulnerable at defense. But Brighton, after lose that game in the midweek, they came back home and they won this game. So very good result for Brighton. And then we're gonna move on to the last game of the weekend that just almost finished. That was Sheffield United 0, Newcastle 8. Newcastle 8. They scored 8 goals. That is crazy. They absolutely dominate Sheffield United. They rip them apart. Sheffield United is just not good enough for the Premier League. It's too high. It is way too high. I think there in Luton is a guaranteed teams going down this season. Yeah, so very good performance. I didn't watch that game, but 8-0. That's a dominant performance. That is crazy. But that's my roundup for the Premier League review, people. This where it's end. Don't forget, smash a like on the video if you love the content. Show some love in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. You will never miss a notified that when I drop a video. I'm out, people.